Okay, in this video, I want to start by talking about the meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? Some people ask this cynically, but there is an answer to that question. There is a meaning to our lives. And the answer to that question is how we use the time on this earth to pursue the ultimate goal of expressing ourselves and gaining the self-esteem and living in our own skin in a way that says, yes, heck yes, I'm living my life the way I want it, according to my vision. And I'm attracting all the things I love and not paying attention to all the things that are bad and confusing and degrading, diminishing my life. So, in order to best explain how I think about the question, why, I want to read to you the introduction to my book. It's the best way I could express why, invest the time and energy to learn about how to live what I call a rationally passionate, fulfilling, happy life. So here it is. Living a passionate, deeply fulfilling, integrated, and happy life is the ultimate achievement. Anyone who strives to achieve this kind of life must answer perennial questions, sometimes asked with a hint of cynicism, such as, what is the meaning of life? What is the good in life? What is the good life? What does it mean to be a good person? What is happiness? Well, this book is a guide to living this kind of life that those questions are intended to reveal if one takes them seriously and with a sense of urgency. Why is it called Secrets of a Passionate Life? Why secrets? The reason is that the science of the human condition and its relation to reality, which is philosophy, has been corrupted to the core. And the good parts of it have a status of knowledge kept secret and hidden from most. The premises of this book come from a novel, modern, integrated, and some would say radical view of philosophy, man and his purpose on earth, Ayn Rand's philosophy of objectivism. I have used Rand's philosophy to transform my life into a deep, fulfilling, and passionate life. After implementing and systematizing the path that I took and the process that I followed, which were guided by that philosophy, I started coaching people through the workshops I called the happiness team. The results surprised me. Participants made positive life changes with decisive action, as if their spirits were rekindled. They were rekindled with purposeful motivation that in turn motivated me to sit down and write this book of secrets. I hope that those insights will help you get in the know of how concepts, principles, perspectives, and techniques towards the goal of achieving your passionate life. That's what I hope for you. Most people around you, unfortunately, are not living the truly passionate life, and not the one that I'm talking about. They live in what philosopher Ayn Rand called in her novel Atlas Shrugged, the hopeless swamps of the approximate, the not quite, the not yet, and the not at all, end quote. This book is a call to action for you to own the world you desire and the soul that makes it all possible, exactly as Ayn Rand puts it in the rest of this beautiful quote. Do not let your fire go out. Spark by irreplaceable spark in the hopeless swamps of the approximate, the not quite, the not yet, the not at all. Do not let the hero in your soul perish in lonely frustration for the life you deserved but have never been able to reach. The world you desired can be won. It exists. It is real. It is possible. It is yours. End quote. One of the most inspiring quotes ever. So let me ask you, do you still have that fire, that childlike excitement about the things that are yours, that sense of losing track of time when you're immersed in that thing that you just can't get enough of, that burning passion for discovering, creating, or building something in the image of your own vision? Do you feel the butterflies of loving something or someone so passionately because they mean so much to you? Does beautiful art still carry you away in a sense of awe? Do you still have that fire? If you do, imagine having a life in which you can fan your flame so high that you feel warm waves of meaning radiating through you most of your waking hours. And if your fire has dimmed over the years through compromise, self-doubt, or neglect, imagine what it will feel like to get it back. We've been taught to think of passion as childish, whimsical, uncontrollable, or fleeting. I want to reclaim this word and save it from those connotations of irrationality or whim. The concept of passion is too important to be lost to those misinterpretations, which give rise to the "don't follow your passion" advice that is all over our culture. Many books have been written on the false dichotomy of following your passion versus doing whatever works. It is the false dichotomy because the hidden assumption is that our passions cannot be practical. They can be, and they should be. It just takes some rational thinking, planning, and execution. And besides, who wants to live a life without passion? How are we supposed to be the best versions of ourselves without it? As Steve Jobs once said in an interview, quote, "People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing." And it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up, end quote. I know I gave up at one point in my life. I gave up because I was not pursuing a path of passion and self-expression. I was stuck and thought that this is what life and this world has to offer me, and that a life of passion was reserved to the few who somehow cracked the code of finding their passion and developing a strong character that allowed them to pursue it uncompromisingly. How do you find passion? How do you reconnect with your spark? How do you build a life around it? How do you push back against all the internal and external forces telling you to stay in your comfort zone and stick to the safe, predictable path ahead? How do you deal with fears of failure, incompetence, and ridicule? I know we're all suffering from that. As I've said, living a passionate life is an achievement. It is by no means an easy life, but it is one worth living because the payoff is just too good. It will take work, it will take focus, thought, and purposeful introspection, and it's not for everyone. Too many people, sadly, will content themselves with conventional, unremarkable lives. They are uninspired to do better and will remain so until the day they die. My assumption is that you are different. You want more, and you understand that time is of essence in the short span of time that defines our lives. This book aims to make the path of your passionate life and your happiness as clear and actionable as possible so you can meet that challenge. The challenge is to define your rational, authentic, first-hand values, validate them as positive and life-serving, and enrich them with the details and specificity so they can become irresistible. The challenge is to pursue your values with determination and perseverance, doing what needs to be done and overcoming challenges, obstacles, both internal and external. And in some cases, the challenge includes pushing through the valley of despair on the heroic journey. Yes, I just said heroic, and I mean it. A passionate life is the life of a hero in the making, which is what I wish for you. Your part in the bargain is to be open to new ideas, hone new introspective skills, develop more value-oriented life perspective, and to be patient as you build your courage, certainty, and determination one step at a time. Mastering your passionate life will require the best within you, because who wants to settle for anything less? Although I will mention some philosophical concepts along the way, this book and my podcast is not a theoretical treatise, but a practical manual. By way of analogy, this is a work of engineering, not physics. I'm offering a practical tool to help you shape your own soul, to make you the hero of your own life story, and to achieve what Ayn Rand calls a state of non-contradictory joy, which is her definition of happiness. The physics in this analogy is the realm of philosophy, and specifically the rational, integrated system of ideas devised by Ayn Rand. I will invite you to dive deep and dive deeper into some of the concepts by recommending additional resources. From time to time, I'll give you some references to books if you haven't read them. In the pages of the book, I will share my personal experiences, my thinking, and my insights from running the happiness team, the Hero Mastermind workshops that I do with wonderful people. For more than 4 years, I've worked with hundreds of individuals to transform their lives by reconnecting with their own passions and developing value and action-oriented perspectives. You can do this as well. Replace fears with desires, your concerns with motivations, your wishes with realities, and your self-doubt with self-esteem. This book and this podcast is organized by secrets, or episodes that each chapter, each episode holds an aspect of a deep and passionate life. In my workshops, I present those concepts as part of a 4-stage cyclical system that I will talk more in later episodes. It's about understanding who you are and understanding what your value system and galaxy looks like, and so on and so forth. I will talk more about it. So I haven't met you yet, but I do think that if you are serious about living passionately, and if you are a thinker who is motivated to make the most out of the span of time that is your life, you can embark on a path of finding the hero within you. You can build a character and the self-reputation of someone who knows what they want and makes it happen. You can build the fortitude to handle failure, ridicule, resistance, and pain. You can have a prolonged sense of pride, self-esteem, and self-expression, which are the rewards of a life well lived. You can experience the joy of feeling entirely comfortable living in your own skin. So I said I haven't met you yet. That's by way of saying I do hope to meet you someday and hear about your adventures on the path to building your passionate life and the happiness that I hope this book and this podcast will help you chart. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about compiling together all the knowledge required for you to define who you are, to go out and set your heroic journey and go get it. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next episode.